The end of an era in Montpelier. That's how many state lawmakers feel after Senator Dick Mazza's resignation yesterday.
Mazza has been a staple in the State House for decades. NBC5's Stephen Biddix joins us now from Colchester at the general store that bears his name. Stephen, how are people responding to the news that the senator has decided to step down?
Yeah, Brian, Mazza, a Democrat from Colchester, spent nearly 40 years in the state Senate. This made him the longest-serving state senator until he resigned yesterday. And lawmakers I spoke to on both sides of the aisle say he was a mentor to many in Montpelier.
You can't replace Senator Mazza. He's not replaceable.
It's the end of an era in Montpelier for the Dean of the Senate.
He was the guy you went to see if you needed something done.
Colchester Democrat Dick Mazza calling it a career on Monday after a nearly 40-year stint as a state senator.
I can't think of anybody who has done more for the state than Senator Dick Mazza. You know, his approach to things was just reasonable, always always putting the people first.
I think his work ethic and just his knowledge of the transportation infrastructure in Vermont, he had a tremendous wealth. He was my go-to guy for transportation.
Mazza served most recently as the chair of the Senate Transportation Committee, bringing a wealth of knowledge to the State House, but also some humor.
I can remember one time on the floor where a senator was standing and Dick Mazza said little on the floor. But the senator said, "What am I, am I dense or something?" And Mazza said, "Roll call," which had the entire Senate just kind of exploded in laughter.
Last fall, Mazza was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. In his resignation letter, it said due to health reasons, he was unable to provide the quality of service and dedication he's always given to his constituents and the state. Mazza was first elected to the House in 1973 before beginning his tenure in the Senate in 1985, much of it with Senator Dick Sears.
It's like at the end of an era. He and I have been together for 32 years in the Senate. He was one of the first mentors of mine. He was very generous of his time.
Mazza was the state's longest-serving senator before his resignation and showed the ropes to many current lawmakers, helping make Vermont politics what it is today.
I can't think of anybody who was a bigger inspiration to me as far as coming into this building and learning how it worked. And, if you're willing to listen, you could learn a lot. The governor is now responsible for naming his successor, which he calls a friend and a mentor, and that decision is expected to come within the next 2 weeks. Live in Colchester, Stephen Biddix, NBC5 News.